times 2, carry the 1. Oh my. 2,088 total riflemen. I'm probably going to lose them all. I love Clone Riflemen. They are pure chaos. And I remember last time when they came out, I had an absolute blast with them. But I'm going with a bit of a controversial hero pick today, and that is going to be Iron Will. I feel like that's the forgotten hero ability in for at least Sergeant Brick. We don't care about the cluster grenade because that is horrible. But I guess it's really nice when you first get your heroes unlocked because it's better than nothing. It does a little bit of damage, but you never find a use for that. But Iron Will actually has some use. It reduces, at least at the level I have it, it reduces damage by 68% when activated. Now the thing that I have yet to test or find out, I have a pretty good inference on this, but does Iron Will work on the Clone Riflemen? Because if you don't know, Clone Riflemen are like regular riflemen, but when they die, they split into 2, and then when they die again, they split into 2 more per rifleman, so it doubles and then doubles again, and it totals a 2,088 total riflemen. But the thing is, the clones do not follow GBE or get healed up by anything, so you see we throw a flare right here, and those are the OG riflemen from the start, so they have not split off, and we're going to heal them up because we can. But the clones, unfortunately, are too weak or too inexperienced to be able to heal themselves up with a med kit or follow a flare. It's a little too advanced for their level. Think of them as like critters, but a troop. It's a byproduct of the rifleman dying. But look at that pure chaos. We're able to get through it. The fun thing to do is when you like clear a side of a base and you like redirect flare, but you still got clones on the opposite side not moving at all, distracting all the defenses, and it's just in for a good time. And they're still like they're still giving you a little bit of energy return. Once they split, it just becomes a nightmare to like try and follow anything. But I think what we're actually going to do, that was kind of a close battle last time. We're going to prepare this time. Actually, we're going to try and be a good commander today, and we are going to take out some defenses here that our Clone Riflemen will not really appreciate. You guys see it, I see it here. I could throw a shock bomb, but we could also get this cluster of flamethrower and rocket launcher taken out. And then I think I'm going to do one more since I can afford it. I'm going to do, well, I guess not one more, but we're going to do 2 more barrages. We're going to try and get the machine gun, the mortar, and the rocket launcher taken out, and that should help us out tremendously. We've burned through all of our energy, but that is okay to an extent because we still have to worry about some mileage here. So what I think I'm gonna do is I was gonna like favor the left hand side, and then I decided to try and spread them out as much as possible. Well, as you see, my clicks got a little bit lazy there, and it did not get the spread I wanted. Look at that huge gap. We're supposed to like fill it in a little bit more. Now we just have them like tilted way to the right, but I think that's fine. I'm hoping the rocket launchers will just, instead of throwing their rockets or shooting their rockets just sporadically like they were, I was hoping they would favor a side, and then you would just have a designated amount of Clone Riflemen getting targeted. And since there's like a few waves of them, you know, when they spawn and all that, the other riflemen would be able to like flank them or come straight at them there and take them out while the rocket launcher was distracted. But that's not how Boom Beach works, unfortunately. But we're gonna get a shock right there, and then I see it as well. I see the dreaded flamethrowers by the HQ. The good thing is we have enough energy return and have not spent that many shock bombs, so relatively cheap shock bomb to throw right there. And then I guess we'll see. We'll kind of expose ourselves here, which riflemen are dead and which ones are alive. So it looks like we got a good amount alive. I guess I could read how many riflemen are in the actual boat there, and we can see we've lost probably just over half of them, and counting, because that final defense was trying its darndest to get that extra diamond for the defense log there. That's okay. I'm fine with sacrificing some diamonds. Get a nice constant flow. That is the, like, in my opinion, the best use of ice statues. It's a diamond farmer of sorts. You always like log back on, see people have lost some troops, and then you just collect on those diamonds. So we are gonna get good path going once again. I think that worked out when we actually barred down some defenses before. Now, okay, I see it. So we're gonna go barrage here and a barrage here. Somehow the critters are still alive. I guess they were just held up by that shock mine. And no defenses were able to take them out, but I thought I dropped some Clone Riflemen for a second there, and that's what the defenses were targeting. But now, let's get another barrage right here. We can get a lot of utility taking out those shock mines in hopes the barrage, yes it did, spread out enough, and we'll get 2 more artillery, and that is a good start, I think. So we are actually going to spread them out this time to the best of my ability and not get them super clumped. Now, the mistake I made is I thought I had another boat, and it turns out the final boat I threw out was the hero, so it's favoring the left-hand side. I wanted Brick more in the middle, so Iron Will would go the extra mile, but I guess it is kind of good on the left side here because there's this double rocket launcher that she can protect our troops against and keep the Clone Riflemen alive just a bit longer. Now, everything that I need is getting expensive on the GBE side, but that's fine because we already got a good path going. Let's get a shock right there onto that shock launcher. Maybe a little bit early, we can always reinforce it because of the flamethrower. But then over here, I kind of forgot about that, and then we'll get one final one right there. Okay, there is a lot of rocket launchers on this side. Maybe I should have avoided it altogether. We're going to get some barrages out because we want to take it out quick. You can just see the riflemen dancing. It looks like it doesn't look like they're splitting. It's looking like, maybe there was like a trap door or something. What's the thing in Clash of Clans called where I haven't played that game in so long? People always say we should switch that game. It was a fun game, but in my opinion, it does not compare to Boom Beach. I got so addicted to Boom Beach when it first came out. I thought it was like the new Clash of Clans, but there's like that trap thing that like flings your troops off the map, and I remember back in the day, people would do like trap bases where they added like a deployment or like a deployable area in the middle of the base, and it looks like they made a mistake, but it turns out there was just a bunch of like trap doors there and everything, and then your troops would just go flying. And I remember there was one specific time I like placed a bunch of giants down, and I was like, yes, free win, played right into it, and then all my giants just got like flung off the map, and it was a tragedy back in the day, to say the least. Maybe that's why I favor Boom Beach more, because I can't get traumatized in that aspect. I can get traumatized in other aspects, but at least I won't have to watch my giants get flung off. But anyway, this base shouldn't be too bad. I don't see any ice statues, but there is hot pots that are gonna absolutely tear through the Clone Riflemen. I am incredibly, oh my gosh, there's 4 total hot pots. All right. And of course, once again, I deployed the hero in such a horrible position. I'm like hyping up Iron Will, saying it's kind of underrated, and then I am absolutely botching how I deploy Brick in total. Complete embarrassment on my end. That's okay. That's what we're here for. And then the Clone Riflemen are here to die, so their buddies can come along. Well, I guess they're clones is what it is. They aren't buddies. I wonder if they feel like threatened, like clones of each other. I don't know. That's interesting thought right there. Do you like your clone, or are you like threatened? You're like an actual wanted version of me for some reason. But I guess we'll move on from that topic, because that can get a little dicey. But for this base, I kind of like it. I think it's, you know, I hate saying this, but I think it's a defending Hammerman base because of all the defenses just stacked together, and Hammerman doesn't always focus energy like I am doing right now. Focusing on the bar. He does throw out random barrages, so it is less beneficial these days to clump up your buildings like this, at least against defending Hammerman. But I think I'm getting baited here because I just used all my energy, and there is a huge minefield that I am gonna have to deal with. You know what? We're gonna make the smart decision here, and I'm gonna retry that because I know so many riflemen are gonna die there. It is beneficial we still take out a lot of these defensive chunks. Maybe I should focus on like these defenses here, farting them down, so I can double dip and get some flamethrowers taken out and a lot of the mines taken out. So now that is much more comfortable for me. There's still some mines we have to worry about, but it is more on the outskirts, and we want to target like the center of this base here. You know what? I think I was thinking about it in the wrong light. We are gonna save some for shock bombs, but I am gonna still bark down another cluster if I can here. Come on, take out that shock launcher. Alright, I'm gonna try a risky move here. Let's get a box of critters. The microwaver. Alright, the microwaver did not have the length to be able to get those critters, but sometimes those microwavers just they take out the critters too quickly, and I botched my hero once again. I probably should have thrown her down sooner. I think I did click her more toward the middle, at least. Yeah, she is a little more centered than before, relative to the troops, because a lot of the troops went to the right there where that one defense was, and my goodness, we are getting wrecked. Did I miss that first shock? I think I missed the microwaver, and that was tragic. That was unacceptable. If we lose it, that is the exact reason why we have lost so many of our clone riflemen. It is hard to tell which ones are clones and which ones are the OGs, but I think we got this base. Not much splash damage defenses left. We got a couple machine guns and a rocket launcher, but the single target, they can just wear our troops out over time here, and as they split off, to state the obvious here, as they split, they get weaker and weaker. I guess we still have a good amount of the regular clones. We lost a lot out of the first boats that we deployed, so we still had a lot in the back boats, but in total we did lose probably like 200 here. I could do the math again, but I'm not gonna. Alright, almost 200, 198, extremely close. But we're gonna do one more battle. This is the chaos I enjoy in Boom Beach, the Clone Riflemen. It is like stressful and extremely fun at the same time. I am we are gonna find a different opponent there. Whoops. I didn't wanna. I thought we're doing pretty good right now. Let's not risk the perfect rep. I lost one earlier today when I was unboosted. I decided to get the fail out of the way before the video. Alright, but let's get into this one, and it is a level 66, so we're kind of punching down here. Makes me feel a bit sad, but there's no better feeling than bullying someone that's a lower level than you as like your final attack. It's a good way to end. It makes you want to come back to the game again, like, oh, can I destroy a base and give them no chance? Really? I'm just kidding. Like, if you're at this level when you're not like super close to max, you kind of expect to get raided constantly, attack constantly, be losing the medals, but you're so committed to the offense, because I'm not super high medals here, but I'm high enough where you actually have to put in some work on the attack front, actually clear your map to maintain medals. These people here, their bases get targeted, free attacks essentially, or super simple attacks. They do a ton of attacking, and that is such a compliment to them, because it takes so much commitment to just be able to sustain at this level. I don't think it's smart either, because the loot really isn't great up here, and you want to be upgrading your defenses. So Maybe it was just like it was a positive feedback loop where they had to just keep attacking more to get those upgrades. But they don't realize if you drop medals, I don't even know. I'm not supporting dropping medals, but you're more likely to find better loot at lower levels when people go for like resource reward and not offensive statues and all that. But that's the Clone Rifleman. Definitely, I would say it's an an A tier proto troop, maybe a B tier. If I'm being super critical, I have a blast with them though. But let me know, where do you rank Clone Riflemen? Obviously, not better than the Lasertrons or Rainmakers, in my opinion, but you know, for sure better than the Critter Engineer. Old reliable right there. But thanks for making it to the end. We'll see you guys in tomorrow's Boom Beach video. Bye bye.